Hello, everybody. I'm back. We got new Castlevania footage, new trailer for Belmont's Curse, along with a bunch of other trailers that I'll talk about very soon. But for now, I want to go in detail in this trailer and go over everything there is to go over. So we'll do that. So let's do it. So obviously, the game's gonna be rated teen, which is very weird because it's rated teen here, but on the official Castlevania Twitter, it's listed as rated M. So I don't know which one it's gonna be, but I guess we'll see. Great logo.
Dracula's castle is just ahead.
All right, this shot is great. This is right off the bat, very reminiscent of the Netflix series with the red lighting and just the overall aesthetic and design of the castle. Immediately. Very good stuff.
I have come here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
All right, so there. Whoops, hang on. Was a little too late. So there we go. There's our new playable character. I'll get into her name in a little bit. I mean, whatever. You've seen the Rose. This is Rose Belmont. She's our new protagonist. Mentioning her mother and father and their allies. Obviously, her being the daughter of Sypha and Trevor, and their allies being Alucard and Grant. Which I'll get into in a little bit. But, yep, there she is. She looks great. Definitely has, like, it's crazy. She kind of has, like, you can see bits of both Trevor and Sypha in her face. And I'm like, that's very cool. She is very, very well designed for who she is supposed to be. Great shot. This is probably, like, very early game, because that's, like, the shot of the castle opening in the background. And is just, oh, very, the atmosphere and the lighting. Classic, the bridge comes down, entryway to the castle. Here we get inside the castle, we get a couple of whip action. We got the little, first of all, like this statue. The statue of Lisa in the background, oh, amazing. Very, very good stuff. Let me go back a little bit. We got, of course, when you hit, they do like the damage numbers, like very traditional Castlevania games. This voice line here.
Believed me when I said the newest Belmont would be a girl.
Based on a little more that we see later in the trailer, I think that's Carmilla talking. I'll get into that in a little bit. Of course, you got, this looks to be like the clock tower area. That's in like every Castlevania game. We have a couple, like the Nova Skeleton. This looks to be like Malphus, but in an enemy form rather than like a boss, which is interesting. And of course, there we got a little bit of, let me go back. We got a little bit of the whip swinging action, which we've seen a bunch. It looks very satisfying, and I'm very excited to play around with it. Here we got, a little bit of a map. Very good looking map. We got a couple of locations, like the Holy Innocent Cemetery down there. We got just streets, which I'm assuming is like Paris streets. It looks to be a big extensive map. This is interesting. The cards. Well, first of all, new objective, find Dracula and defeat him. That's either like end game or early game. But these cards, I'm very curious what these are. They look like equipable cards. I'm thinking possibly that this is kind of like a modernized version of Circle of the Moon's DLSS cards. And I think that's a really cool gimmick because I like that gimmick a lot. So I'm hoping that's what this is. We got a statue, talking statues. Just maybe these will give like more lore and just various hints, maybe even throughout the castle. Here's another shot of a card against this guy, who I'll get into in a little bit when we see him again later. Holy shit! I can't believe I'm seeing this character. I'll get into it in a little bit, but wow. And he looks like he's going to be the boss of the clock tower area. Because this is definitely his boss fight. But it looks like we may fight him more than once, because we see him in a different area later on in the trailer.
Another chance, Rose.
This here, right, by the way.
God has given you another chance, Rose. You must
First of all, very cool attack. I'm fairly confident this is Sypha talking.
You must use it wisely to better control your curse.
Very cool wall climb. This sick shot of what I assume to be like entrance to Death's chamber. But then again, you have like the skull and the bleeding. This could be like before Carmilla. I'm fairly certain that that was Sypha talking to Rose there about her curse and whatnot.
Strengthen yourself.
Amazing movement. The wall jumping is great. This. That is very cool. Rose just jumped into the painting and then jumps out of it. That is a very, very... Or into the mirror, it looks like. Just jumps in and then jumps out. That's very, very cool. I like that a lot. It reminds me a lot of, like, when you jump into the paintings and transport, like in Portrait of Ruin. Also, that's a statue of Slagra, who is a very, very iconic boss from the series, leading me to believe maybe he'll be in this game. I don't know if that's an Easter egg or if he's a boss, but hey, that's Slagra. Yeah. It's great seeing him. Here we got, looks to be a Minotaur enemy, on this, like, burning bridge. This looks to be a very early game, because they show this area quite a bit. Here's the interior. That looked to be like the Medusa shield, like from Symphony, that can, like, stun enemies. Or maybe like a power up or an upgrade or something. Maybe you unlock that when you beat Medusa. I don't know, but that's very cool. I dig that a lot. More of the Minotaur on the bridge. Opening a chest, we see. And of course, breaking through walls. Classic wall chicken returns.
What makes you think you can stop me this time?
Fairly certain that's Death's voice. Don't know for certain. I think it's a bit too high to be Dracula. I don't think that's Dracula. I think that's probably Death. Got a couple more locales here, like this interior. This looks to be like the library area. There's a skeleton archer. There's a red blood skeleton. We got these the skull ghosts. All iconic staples. This is all just really good stuff. That area is pretty neat because it's kind of like a silhouetted area. Again, it seems very early on because it's that same burning Paris area. We got the iconic bone skeletons. Bone skeletons. Fucking what the hell are these things called? Dragon skeletons? Wow, I'm such a bad fan. I forgot what these enemies called. Bone pillar? They have a lot of names. I think bone pillar. I think. Anyway, iconic pains in the asses. This is very cool. This looks to be like the clock tower area again. I think that's the frozen shade enemy.
I've always wanted.
All right, here's Carmilla. I gotta fucking talk about this design. What a fucking good Carmilla design. You have the iconic mask in her hand, but then you have her scarlet red hair that cascades down into blood that is then, like, acting as a dress. Like, this is, and she puts the mask on. She has the skull from her Rondo fight. The area where you fight her is very, very similar to her battle with Isaac in the show. And I'm like, that's very cool. I love this look for Carmilla. I'm very excited to fight her. And then we get this boss. Okay, I just mentioned him. Guys, this is Isaac from Curse of Darkness. He's back. And see what I mean? We're fighting him here in the early area. But yeah, this is Curse of Dark Isaac. Curse of Darkness Isaac. I was shocked to see that he's in this game. Very, very cool. I love it. Also, real quick, I want to point something out about Isaac, because I'm pretty sure this is him talking in this part.
Stupid girl. I will.
Okay, well, I gotta go back a little bit because I missed stuff. But anyway,
I will show you what hell is.
So I'm pretty sure that's Isaac talking there. I'm pretty confident because I know. I think I know this voice quite a lot. I'm fairly confident in saying I don't think Liam O'Brien has returned to voice Isaac. It sounds like a new voice actor. Whoever it is doing a very good job. I had to listen to it a couple times before I can, like, confidently say I don't think that's Liam. But he does sound very good.
Stupid girl. I will show.
Okay. Wow. Sorry, that was so fast. It's so fast. Here's Medusa. We got a new design for Medusa. Very, very cool. This is one of the few Castlevania Medusa designs that really incorporate her snake-like appearance into her face. Her face is very snake-like, and this is a really good Medusa design. I like it quite a lot. Here we have Joan of Arc, who we saw earlier in the trailer. This is a corrupted Joan of Arc that will be fighting as a boss. Very cool. They're bringing in iconic French characters, French people in history into this as corrupted characters. Very cool. We're seeing Joan of Arc there.
Show you what.
Here we have. All right, this is probably what I think is the most interesting character. Whoops. Ugh, ignore that. What I think is the most interesting character so far. This is the Fallen. This character is shrouded in mystery. But due to a couple of other things seen on the website, such as the card you get from defeating him, I've seen this theory floating around a lot. I'm also kind of on board. I think this is an undead, corrupted Leon Belmont. Now, that may sound crazy, but there's a lot of similarities, especially in the card art. I think this might be Leon. And the Leon connection would only get stronger because of something Rose says later in the trailer.
What hell is?
And here, of course, we have Death. Amazing design, by the way. Really good. I love the one glowing green eye and the other eye that's kind of like melting the other half of his face. Like this is one of the best Death designs in the entire series. I really like this look for him.
I am Rose Belmont.
And there's, her full name, Rose Belmont, the confirmation. This is not Sonia. Everybody was wrong. This is Rose. New character, and I like her. She's very cool from what we've seen so far.
And I will hunt the night.
There's our Leon connection, because that's what Leon says to Death to give the message to Matthias in Lament of Innocence. I really think the Fallen is Leon, guys. I think that'd be an insanely cool twist. And then, of course, we have the release date, which made me very happy. It is releasing October 15th, 2026. Smack dab in the middle of Castlevania month. You bet your ass you're getting a video. And this beautiful key art, by the way, by Katsuya Terada, who has done a lot of Legend of Zelda key art in the past. So it's very cool to see this art here. It's great. Of course, we got the shot of Rose herself. You got the Fallen back there. You got Joan of Arc. This down here, I think, is Carmilla. And then there's this character up here. This other vampire. Who knows who the hell that could be? But they wouldn't be in this key art if they weren't important. So, I guess we'll learn who that is. But yeah, it is coming out October 15th on PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Xbox on PC, Steam, and later in 2026 on Nintendo Switch. It's amazing, and I am very, very excited for this game. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. No, it is not all. Give me 1 second to pull up the website because I'm an idiot, and I forgot to do that. We're going to look through the website, guys. All right. Here's the website. Let me just make sure that it's still recording. Okay, cool. We're good. All right, here's the website. Okay, here we go. We get a bigger shot here. Look at Dracula here. He looks so good. Oh, I'm so here for it. He looks awesome. But yes, this is definitely Carmilla down here, for certain. That's Carmilla, which means this is some other vampire. Maybe this is maybe they're taking a page. I'm only saying this because of somewhat design similarities from the show. Maybe this could be like Drolta, but then again, that wouldn't really make sense because of timeline. But whatever. Maybe there's somebody entirely new. Who knows? Down here, I want to point this out. That looks like Olrox. So I think Olrox is in this game. That's pretty neat. So let's scroll down a bit. Crimson Curse. Will your fate bloom in despair or salvation? Set 23 years after Castlevania Dracula's Curse, a 2D action exploration game that depicts the growth of Rose Belmont, featuring faster and more fluid gameplay. Experience a new Castlevania from Konami, Evil Empire, and Motion Twin. Very, very, very excited. And if we scroll down a bit, we have the release date trailer, the gameplay commentary trailer, Medieval Paris, where tolling bells herald the end. 1499, Paris is engulfed in flames as monstrous creatures suddenly emerge from the shadows. Trevor Belmont, the hero who defeated Dracula, ventures into the burning streets with his daughter Rose Belmont. Armed with the legendary Holy Whip, the vampire killer, they hunt down the beast bleeding from the looming castle. Rose is soon swept up in the dark conspiracy that lurks beneath. Will she succeed in saving Paris from devastation? Ooh. The game system, this we've seen before, the satisfying with action and everything. This is all from, the bosses and, oh, okay. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, wait, this is new information. Okay, yeah, so we got the whip action. That's great. This here, diverse bosses and the Arcana system. Face off legendary bosses including Death, Medusa, and Carmilla, in addition to enigmatic new bosses such as Joan of Arc. Once defeated, bosses are sealed into Rose's tarot cards, turning them into Arcana. Use their skills to cast spells and obtain unique special actions. So this, okay, it's similar to the DLSS system from Circle of the Moon, but not as, it's more like you get them from a boss. It's a boss upgrade. So I assume that Medusa-like attack that we see her doing to freeze the zombies, you probably get that from defeating Medusa. Weapons, there's a whole variety of weapons, not just the vampire killer. We saw about that. Iconic Castlevania atmosphere, reimagined new stages. Yes, I'm very, very excited for this. It looks beautiful. Characters. Okay, look at fucking Trevor Belmont. He looks so good. He's rocking like the fucking Julius Belmont, older Belmont look. He looks great. And if you look at the background here, you can see Rose and you have her little silhouette. But then you also have one for Trevor, which leads me to believe that Trevor might be an unlockable character in this game, similar to Curse of Darkness, or just various other modes in previous Castlevania games. All right, so we got Rose Belmont. By the way, love this art design. Love her character portrait. She looks really good. A new protagonist who bears Dracula's curse in her right arm. Of the daughter of Trevor Belmont, she is a young vampire hunter who wields a variety of weapons in addition to her whip. So, okay, that's very cool because it's playing into the curse. You know, Castlevania 3 was called Dracula's Curse, but we didn't really learn much about the curse until Curse of Darkness. So it's cool that it's still kind of prevalent. Prevalent? Relevant. I don't know what the word. Anyway. Trevor Belmont, look at him. Oh, he looks so cool. I really dig this older Trevor design. He looks really good. Gives me Julius Belmont vibes, but also reminds me a lot of Juice Belmont's design in Castlevania Nocturne. Love it. The hero who defeated Count Dracula 23 years ago, armed with the legendary Holy Whip, the vampire killer, Trevor Belmont, alongside his daughter Rose, travels down the river Seine. I think that's how you say that. In response to a call from Paris. I am kind of banking on him being playable. Count Dracula. I like that his face is obscured. They're not showing his full design yet, but from what we can see, just from like the lighting on his hair leads me to believe it's a bit lighter, so it's probably the white hair. This is probably just from the outfit as well. This seems to be very much like his Symphony of the Night design, which is probably the most iconic design the character has had, so it makes sense. The immortal vampire king and lord of Dracula's castle. Dracula, you're not going to call it Castlevania? It's the name of the castle. Anyway, in the late 15th century, he led an army of monsters and plunged humanity to despair, but was defeated by Trevor Belmont and his companions. However, 3 years later, he temporarily resurrected, revealing that his soul was indestructible. 20 years later, darkness was once again beginning to stir in Paris. Very excited to see what his battle's going to be. I'm sure he's going to teleport around the room shooting fire at us and then transform into a giant bat monster for a second more powerful form. Bosses, here we go. The Fallen. All right. A mysterious monster, in quotes, that terrorizes the people of Paris. The first threat Rose encounters in the sewers. So, the Fallen seems to be an early game boss. And if we look at his card here, okay, this, and especially this, is what leads me to believe this might be a corrupted Leon Belmont. The pattern in his cloak is very similar to the pattern on Leon's knight cloak. The sword hilt is almost fucking identical to Leon's. I think this is Leon Belmont, guys. I really do. Joan of Arc, a French heroine who received a divine revelation and played a prominent role in the 100 Years' War. Great design here, and this is her card. Very, very cool. I like her card a lot. Very good design here. Medusa. Monster with the body of a giant serpent. Her gaze has turned countless people to stone. Iconic Castlevania boss. Very, very good art here. I like that a lot. Very menacing, very cool. And that is probably where where the beam comes from that will paralyze enemies once you beat her. So I'm here for that. Isaac, here we go. Holy shit. I can't believe this fucker's in the game. A Devil Forge master who creates and commands demons. He has history with Trevor dating back 20 years. Yeah, he fucking stabbed Trevor. And then here's his design. Very cool here. I love that, like, you can see, because he did kind of fall a little bit to Dracula's Curse at the end of Curse of Darkness. So you can kind of see it taking control of him here, and especially you see it in his face. Very cool that he's in this. It makes me wonder if we're going to see Hector in this game. Carmilla. Again, I glazed this design. I think this is a really good design for her. A renowned vampire awaiting Rose in Dracula's castle. Her battle stands, clad in a blood-stained dress, or, you know, just the dress of blood, is both terrifying and beautiful. And her card, that is so good. That is the best possible tarot card you could do for Carmilla. To have the iconic bloody tears cascading down, and that is so good. I am so here for it. I love it. And, of course, Death. My God, he looks so good. Dracula's right-hand man, the Grim Reaper. His soul-reaping scythe can slice even through space itself. Amazing design, and it's so good, so unsettling, and of course it looks like you have like the what looks to be like the ferryman for like the River Styx here. It's I love this shit. This is such a good fucking design. I like how the moon in the background also kind of like looks like a scythe. Oh, it's so good. And more. So who knows what else we're going to get. But yeah, I think that's all the information on the website. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I am, for very, very obvious reasons, over the moon and ecstatic for this game. I cannot fucking wait for it. And I don't have to wait too much longer because it's coming out October 15th. I already pre-ordered the special editions, which, by the way, I don't know if it says it on the website here. It might not say it on the website. I might have to go to the pre-order screen. Hang on, let me see if I can go to the pre-order screen. Yeah, okay. As a pre-order, you get an Alucard costume, which is very cool. But also, if you get there's a standard edition, but then there's the Midnight Edition, which comes with the main game, digital art, and soundtrack, plus a Trevor Belmont. Let me actually scroll down to see if they have. Yeah, a Trevor Belmont costume, a Sypha costume, and a Family's Grace relic. Who knows what this will do in game? But it's very cool. You can actually see there's Sypha and Trevor there. Trevor looking pretty much identical to his. It's hard to see because it's kind of small, but pretty much identical to his Curse of Darkness appearance. But yeah, no, and this is very, very cool stuff. Includes over 100 pieces of artwork, including concept art sketches of the production process, and enjoy the music in the game via the in-app sound player. We got a music list. Look at this, 71 fucking tracks here. Oh my God. Bloodbound, Streets of Fire, Oathbreaker, Of Ash and Fire, Holy Fury, Gravefall, Fate's Blade, Bone March, Deathrite, Whisper of the Soul, Balance of Truth, Point of No Return, Fanatical Sun, Bloody Tears. There it is, guys. Bloody Tears is in the game. We got confirmation. Crimson Dungeon, Forbidden Archives, Black Seal, Iron Clock, Stone Tyrant, Master of Pain, Golden Blood, The Stolen Cathedral, The Last Blood, Shattered Crown, Burning Sun, Mirror Trap, Deadly Embrace, Ancient Law, Dark Reflection, Lord's Chamber, Lord of the Night, Curse Broken, and extended versions of a couple songs. You got Sealed to Power, more extended versions, The Castle Rises, The Sacrifice. I wonder what that's going to be about. More extended versions, The Passing of Power, a couple more extended stuff, Conquer the Darkness, a couple more extended stuff, The Cursed Eternal, Shadow Victory, Final Dawn. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of songs. It looks to be that the only returning song is Bloody Tears. But hey, Bloody Tears is basically the fucking franchise theme song at this point. So if any song was to come back, it would be that one. I'm very excited to hear its arrangement in this game, as well as all these other fucking tracks. I am very excited. I've already pre-ordered the Midnight Edition on both PlayStation and Steam. But yeah, I'm super excited for this game. I can't wait. This looks to be the box art, which amazing box art. Yeah, I'm so excited for this game. Holy shit, guys. Castlevania's so fucking back. We're so back.